Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into the world of crime scene investigation with a comprehensive look at the core principles and best practices. We'll explore everything from effective crime scene management to meticulous evidence collection, as well as the crucial legal protocols that guide our work. This presentation aims to provide a thorough understanding of how each step contributes to solving crimes and ensuring justice is served. I'm excited to take you through this in-depth exploration. Let's get started. When we talk about a crime scene, we're referring to the specific location where an unlawful act has taken place and where crucial evidence can be gathered to help solve the case. Understanding the details of the crime scene is absolutely vital because it provides a factual foundation for the entire investigation. One of the most important aspects here is documentation, recording the scene accurately and thoroughly. This attention to detail can be what leads to identifying suspects, reconstructing what happened, and ultimately securing a successful prosecution. But collecting evidence is just part of the picture. Crime scene information plays a much broader role, supporting every stage of the investigative process, from forming initial hypotheses all the way through to presenting a case in court. In short, the crime scene is not only where we gather clues, but also where the whole investigation begins and is built upon. When we talk about a crime scene, the first thing to consider is its specific location, along with the date and time it was discovered. These details set the stage for everything that follows. Equally important are the environmental conditions at that exact moment. Things like weather and lighting play a big role in how the scene looks and what evidence might be affected. As we make our initial observations, we need to carefully note any changes that have already occurred, whether due to natural causes like wind or rain or human activity. These alterations can impact the integrity of the scene, so documenting them thoroughly is essential. Understanding the initial state of the scene before any intervention is critical. This baseline information helps us preserve evidence properly and supports an accurate reconstruction of the crime later on. In short, the environmental conditions and any changes must be captured in detail to ensure the investigation starts on solid ground. When a crime scene is discovered, the first responders play a crucial role in securing the area. Their immediate duties include providing any necessary emergency aid and making sure the scene remains undisturbed to preserve evidence. Following this initial step, crime scene investigators and forensic experts take over. They carry out thorough examinations, carefully collecting and analyzing evidence to piece together what happened. Throughout the entire process, coordination between all personnel is essential. This collaboration ensures that everything is properly documented, evidence is handled correctly, and all legal procedures are followed, which is vital for maintaining the integrity of the investigation. When we talk about evidence and investigations, there are several key types to keep in mind. First, physical evidence is anything tangible like fingerprints, weapons, biological materials such as DNA, and trace substances. These items can directly link a suspect to a crime scene or victim. Then we have digital evidence, which comes from devices like computers and smartphones. This type of evidence includes stored data that can reveal important details, such as communications or a person's location. Photographic evidence is equally critical since it provides a visual record of the crime scene and the exact placement of evidence, helping preserve context. Finally, the methods used to collect evidence are crucial. They must maintain the integrity of each piece, using the right tools and following strict protocols to avoid contamination or loss. This careful approach ensures that the evidence remains reliable throughout the investigation and any legal proceedings. When a crime scene is discovered, the very first step is securing the area. This is crucial to ensure that no evidence gets contaminated or lost, which could compromise the integrity of the investigation. Once the scene is secured, we move on to documenting it thoroughly. This involves taking detailed photographs and creating sketches that capture the exact layout and location of all evidence. These records serve as a permanent reference and are essential for analysis and courtroom presentations. Finally, collecting evidence properly is key. This means carefully packaging and labeling each item, as well as maintaining meticulous records. Keeping a clear chain of custody ensures that the evidence remains credible and usable throughout the entire investigative process. When working at a crime scene, using protective gear is absolutely crucial. Gloves, masks, and shoe covers not only protect the personnel from any potential hazards, but also prevent contamination of the evidence, which is vital for maintaining its credibility. Alongside this, strict methods and protocols are followed to ensure nothing is accidentally transferred or destroyed. This includes limiting access to authorized individuals only and using sterile equipment throughout the investigation. Ultimately, maintaining the integrity of the scene is essential because any compromise can affect the validity of the entire investigation and the outcomes derived from the evidence. When it comes to handling evidence, there are some crucial legal and ethical considerations we need to keep in mind. First, proper legal authorization is essential. This means obtaining the necessary warrants or permissions before searching or collecting evidence, which is vital to ensure that the evidence can be admitted in court. Next, maintaining a clear chain of custody is critical. This involves carefully documenting everyone who handles the evidence to preserve its authenticity and prevent any claims of tampering. Finally, we must adhere to strict ethical standards. This includes respecting privacy, being accurate and honest in documentation, and completely avoiding any fabrication or manipulation of evidence. These practices not only uphold the integrity of the investigation, but also protect the rights of all parties involved. When investigating a crime scene, one of the first challenges we encounter involves environmental factors. Weather conditions, lighting, and even the terrain can make collecting and preserving evidence quite difficult. For example, rain can wash away important traces, and poor lighting can hinder proper documentation. Another significant challenge is maintaining the integrity of the evidence. There's always the risk of tampering or contamination, which is why strict protocols and constant vigilance are essential to ensure the evidence remains reliable. Finally, crime scenes are highly time sensitive. Any delays in processing can lead to the loss or degradation of crucial information, so it's vital that the investigation proceeds promptly and efficiently to preserve the scene as accurately as possible. Crime scene information is truly the cornerstone of any criminal investigation. It provides the critical data needed to piece together what happened and who might be responsible. However, the value of this information depends heavily on how carefully it is handled. From the moment a scene is discovered right through to the final analysis of evidence, every step must be carried out meticulously to maintain credibility and ensure that nothing is compromised. Additionally, a clear understanding of the roles involved, the procedures to follow, and the challenges that can arise is essential for effective crime scene management. By mastering these elements, investigators can strengthen their cases and ultimately help deliver justice.